Alright, we're back in our garden series. This is Legendary Justin, and we were just testing to make sure that our couch potatoes would basically be allowed to be planted directly above each other, because Skull and Mystic said that you could not really plant two plots above each other directly like this, and I just wanted to make sure that it actually can be done, because I've actually done so many plots before, so I tested it, and these are definitely couch potatoes, and it works. So, I don't know why he said that, but like, these plots are directly above each other and below. Maybe it's just for evil magma peas, but for couch potatoes it does work. So I guess that's what he meant, was the evil magma peas. So for couch potatoes you can put them directly above and below each other. And that's tested that, you can actually do that. And then we're going to do the 2-day spells once you get to rank 15. But right now we're rank 14, so we have to use terrible spells to get the seeds done. So let's continue making our garden. So you can use the lower plot for this one because, I don't know if those are actually in line with each other. I'm trying to see. They look a little off, but I think it's right. I don't know why it would be off. I think it is correct, though. A good way to check is... yeah, it looks like it's half a box to the right, actually. Those are not in line, okay. So, that was good to check. We made our first mistake of the garden, but we kind of could tell that it didn't look right. So you just easily just grab the plow, and then you just, plow it. And then you're just going to go half a box to the right. I mean, to the left. I would say to the left, it seems, but it's just to my left, I guess. And then that's going to be in line. Hopefully. Alright, now we're touching a soil, I guess. So now we need to go... there we go, that'll be correct. And as you can see, if we move our character on top of the large plot, and you move left and right, that's touching the other one, and they're in line. I'm pretty sure. We'll check. If it's wrong again, then I'll be kind of confused at the same time, but no, those are correct. As you can tell, because if you look at the side, this and this are aligned. Alright, so now, add one more box over here. I wish we can just pick up these other boxes, but they keep getting glitched. So we'll just move this box over. 1 box, 2 box, 2.5 boxes over. And then you just move to the left, put this box aligned with this one, and bing-a-bing, done. Then we're going to go on the lower plot because the lower plots over here. Large plot, and they're touching, and then we can just... we pretty much know that they're in line. One way to know is you just stand on top of the plots. If you spin in circles and they're directly above each other and below, then you've got the plots correct. So that's doing perfect. Continuing on. Move this box over, 1 box. 2 boxes, 2.5 boxes right there. Then you kind of run over here, move left a little bit, move this box on top of here, and then here we can actually just go like that. We already know that's in line. If we want to test, it'd actually be good to pick up these boxes currently because now we're not even touching them. So then you just stand on top of these plots and spin in circles. So there's 1 row, 2 row, 3. Be right. Esme says, be right back, I gotta buy some scrap iron. Okay. I was just letting her know that I'm recording for YouTube. Alright, so we got a row of 4, and this is the first row, so that's completely done perfectly. So now we have to do a row of 5. In order to do that, let's move, I think it's this one right here. It's actually the other one. Forgot, but it's this one. And we're just going to move it pretty much like half a box over from the other one. To this one, it's a little trickier. I think this angle is actually not going to be bad. So, you're just trying to look for half a box this way, downward, from this plot right here. She's like, oh my lord. She says my voice is... She says my voice is adorable, thanks. Yeah, I told her my YouTube channel. Want me to sub? Sure. You're in this video. It'll be uploaded tomorrow. It actually might be tomorrow or the next day, because this is actually going to be like part 2 or part 3 of the series, because the video is actually getting kind of long. Alright, so let's make sure that's half a box over. It looks like it is, and I think we can click it. I would do Skype, but what? Let's see what she says. Yeah, I'd be down to Skype her. I don't really know this person yet, but like I like to Skype new friends. Yeah, in case you guys ever want to add me on Skype, it's Jeweled Slopes, one word. I don't know if I should get it on my phone or my computer. Probably computer. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, if you download Skype on your computer is what I recommend, because there's this new update with these themes and stuff and it looks terrible. Alright, so now we're going to move this box over. 1 box. 1.5 box. 2 box. I think that's 2. Maybe that's just only 1.5 box. I don't know. I thought it was 2. We'll have to just check. If the plot works, then that was 2.5 boxes over. It was. It seems like it was. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm good at it. She sees my 75,000 crown spam. She says I'm jealous. Yeah, it's pretty nice to have crowns. It's expensive, but you know, when you want to have good stats on Wiz, that's what you have to do. So there's 1 box, 1.5 box, 2 box, 2.5 boxes. And you put these boxes together. My cousin did it. My method is a bit newer. I created this method with the square table and round statue base. So either one of these works. You can use the table or the round statue base. I can teach you guys how to glitch the round statue base. It's kind of like, you know, glitching the table. It's just pretty simple. So we'll do large soil, and that worked perfectly. So this is going to be a row of 5. I just finished Marley Bone one day. Nice. Alright, so we have to keep on track though because we're making a video. So it seems to be 1 box over, 1.5 box, 2, 2.5 box. There we go. And then let's just make sure that it looks correct. And it should look correct on this side. Because it should look like it's just about touching. It is touching, actually. I literally started and finished in less than 30 minutes. Know how to stream, though? Not yet. I'm also currently banned on YouTube. For streaming. It's because I've got 2 community guideline strikes. Yeah, so that's just because like YouTube said that like I was cheating or whatever for like getting Camtasia 9 for free, so they got pretty pissed, I guess, at me. And then they didn't like even give me like a temporary like strike. It was 3 months, so you're kind of screwed on that. So let's see. I actually can't stream, but if you guys want me to stream, I could stream on Twitch. I could try that. So that's 2.5 boxes over like that. Put this box along with this one. And then put our last plot together. And then let's just make sure that these are all in line with each other. I think they should be. Stand on the plots. Test it out. So yeah, there's the These are all in line, I'm pretty sure. This one right here looks like it's in line, and then that one also looks on line. There we go. There we go. So there's your row of 5, and we have to do another row of 5. She has like 40 of these stacked. I'm doing 70. So let's move our box over here, move this other box over here, and start our next row. I think that looks decent, but we'll have to see. Now, I kind of want to move the check, so I just don't want to have that in the video. And it kind of looks like, I can't really tell from here much. Remove the, that looks like it's exactly like right on the line. And it looks like it's barely like touching. That emoji Exodus. So let's put this box aligned with this one, and then go 2.5 boxes over. And we're going to skip ahead to the next floor.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't want to waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't want to waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't want to miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, so another thing is that you can like stand in front of the box right here, and then just move it like in line. So since this is a row of 4, I moved it over one box, and then it's going to be in line with the first row right here, because we could just tell that that was the row that it needs to be. So then if you go over here like this, you can see that it's not in line with these two. It's 1/2 box over, and that this one's a 1/2 box over from this one, so they're actually in line. So then you can just stand here, put your box right in front of your character so you don't ever like lose the spot of where it is. So this is another way to do it, by the way. So you just stand like, the plot's right here, so you stand like right in the middle of the plot. And then just make sure you move it exactly how you want it. So there's 1 box, 1.5, 2, 2.5. It's another way to do it. And that also works, but I like to try both methods. I think that actually works better just because of the fact that, you know, you don't get the, like, grabbing this box and then grabbing that box and having to switch back and forth, and it's a pain. But this, you have to be pretty close, so you could actually just move this box over every once in a while. So keep it in the same spot, obviously. Then just move it over, then like stand right in front of it, and then you just watch this box right here and make sure you don't move it at all. And if you don't, then you can keep moving it over. Somewhere over here will be correct. Try that. It's a little bit inaccurate, but you can just move the box over to like until you get to the right point. Try that. That might work. Nope. Seems like the box hasn't moved much. There we go. Now it's obviously moved. And it still looks like it's close enough. It looks like, it basically looks like the box isn't moving much, but it should be. Now it definitely moved. There we go. So as you guys can tell, like, it has to be touching this box and then this plot, and also touching this plot basically as much as it's possible. So then just for the final plot, go this box right here, move it up a bit. Problem is you can't really stand in the middle. So for this one, you're just going to want to go this box, line it up with this box. Actually, just with this plot, basically. So it's going to be something like that, is where I would have to say it would be. Now, as you can see, it's basically touching this one, but is it touching the other one as well? It is touching the other one, so that's how you know it's right, because if you just go, like, you walk this way and then you kind of rotate to the left, is it touching this one? That's pretty close? Yeah, it is, and this one as well. So then that's how you do your second row. And you just have one more row to go. Then you can also do ground level. And then that's how you get your 72 total. It just takes, you know, like a lot of time to make these 70 plots. I do highly recommend having at least 2 of these for your character, especially when you're ranked 20 gardener, because then you can, like, you know, just crank out 140 couch potatoes every single week. Just destroying, like, the gold and the mega snacks and making all these perfect pets that you're going to need for PvP and, like, just, you know, questing, crafting. Not crafting, but questing, farming, PvP, whatever you do. Tournaments. You want to have good pets. Alright. So, now we have to do one lower level. So let's see how we're going to do this. I think we're just going to pick this up, put down our tatami floor mat, and we're just going to do, I think it's 1 box now. So lay that over that, just slightly over, which is like that. Then lay down some boxes. Then, okay, that box did not click down. Then put the mat on top of this box. Move this box on top of this box. Still doing that glitch thing. Okay, so actually we only need 1 box, I forgot. So that's fine, anyways. So then we're going to go back over to this corner, and we're going to do the 3rd row. So the math on that is 18 times 3. So, let's see. I don't need a calculator, but let's just do it anyways. So 18 times 3, let's see. Wait, hold on. So yeah, 54. So you're at 54. If you only need like a 50 plot, do that. But I recommend times 4. So you're going to do 18 times 4. and that's your 72. So a few of the plots you don't need. That's where you put the small plot, and then you put in like the other couch potato like, which I forgot if it's Boom Shroom or if it's like the Venus Flytrap or whatever it is, but it's one of those likes. I'll make sure to put in the description or like tell you guys when I have the plot completely done what the like is. But make sure you have all 6 likes, which are, I think it's the Flytrap, the litter, the gnome, the house, the sandwich station, the pixie, and then maybe something else. I don't know, but that's most of them. Alright, so let's start doing the final layer of our plot. So as you can see that these are all correctly placed. You kind of like stay on top of each one and then just kind of spin, and then if it looks weird then you did it wrong, but mine are all, they look perfect. Especially if you spin on them and they're like, they don't look like a disco kind of, then they're not right. These are like all disco. That one is too. And what you can also tell is like each of these plots has an edge, so this edge should match with this edge. If their edges are kind of slightly different, then you planted the plots wrong. You planted the plots wrong, and then just plow it and then redo that plot, and you'll be fine. All right, so final level. This one is not too bad. Let's see. All right. So how does that look? It almost looks like that's almost perfect. I don't know. I have to make sure though. That looks pretty decent, actually. I think we're going to go with that. I think that's actually correct. I'm not positive, but it might be. So we're just going to move this over one box, and then we're going to move this over, because we know that this needs to go back one over a box if it's not correct. Spin in a circle. These 3 are in line, so then we know we're correct. So what you do is you put this one box in front of this, which is, it's one box, and then you're gonna go, there's 1.5 boxes. Actually, that might work. I think that's actually gonna work. Yeah. Nope. Okay, too close. Depending on like how you move it, it might mess it up a little bit, but just like that. It has to slightly, the plot has to be slightly over the edge of the square table. And this is our 4 plot, right? Yeah, this is our 4 plot, so we only go 4 over. And we haven't messed up yet, so that's good. We only made 1 mistake. So yeah, actually we did make 1 mistake, but we were able to fix that. So like, I'm saying like, the rest of the plot's not fixing it, I haven't made that mistake. Because then you have to like, do a special thing I can teach you guys how to do, but you have to like, take this giant table, or this like giant floor, and then kind of glitch it, and like, I'll shoot you guys how to do that, but it's really, I'll teach you guys how to do that, but it's really like tricky. So anyways, let's keep doing the plots. Alright, so move this box over so it's slightly above the edge. It's actually working pretty decent right now. And as long as they're touching, and as long as they're in line, and like a disco, left and right, you're fine. Disco left and right, you're fine. And you can actually kind of tell by eye, like, the more you do the 79 plot, or the 69 plot, like, the more you can tell, like, how the plot's going to work. So we know that that is going to work. Just because it's slightly above the edge. And it worked. So then detect the disco of this one, it's correct. And the disco of this one will also be correct. So then for the final plot, you're just actually going to literally put the large plot on the physical ground. No table, no box, on the ground. And hopefully that should also work with the seed. I'll have to check. I'll have to get some more couch potatoes from my ice. And I also have to, like, couch potato farm, because I don't have all 70 couch potatoes. I only have, like, 14 right now. But I will fill up all 70 of these plots, and then they'll double, hopefully. And we'll have, like, 140 couch potato seeds on this character. And then also on the legend ice, we're going to do the same thing. Alright, so let's move this box. And remember, you're going to put half a box to the left, this left, of this plot. So let's see where that puts us at, right? Okay, we're too close to this plot. I think it's the same thing as far as this one. Like, that's a little too over the edge. It's kind of hard to see the box because we're getting kind of low to the ground, by the way. So, that might work. It might be a bit this way, but we actually want that. Because it has to be half an inch, half a box that way. I keep getting comments, okay. So, is that half a box over? It looks like it is. And the way you can tell is if you stand on top of the other box. If it's like a disco. We're going to check in 1 second though. I think we're actually going to plot the next one. Just because, why not, you know? So move this box. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. You just put this box like literally in front of you. Right over the middle of the plot. Just kind of like right there. And then just move it like, it's kind of hard to do actually. It's because the plots are so close to each other. I think that might work. We'll have to see. We're too close to this plot. I've done a lot of gardening, so I can basically tell most of the time, you know, where we're too close. Alright, it doesn't want me to click that box for some reason, so we had to get a little bit closer, and it worked. There we go. I think this will work, hopefully. And it looks like it's clear. Alright, so now we are clear on this side, but now we have to go half a box over that way. So the box is like directly in the center. Now it's not that hard of a fix. See, it's hard to click on the box though because the table is right above, like right on top of it. So yeah, it's trying to grab the table. So we might have to try on this other side. If you stand back, you can actually grab the box as well. Is that gonna work, or is that in the same spot? I think that worked. Okay, that's too far out. So that did not work. You just have to basically keep testing until you get it right. Maybe that'll work. That does look like it's in line. Let's see. And it's correct. So yeah, sorry, like that took a while to do, but like you just have to make sure that all these plots are correct so that you don't make any mistakes. Disco left and right, they're all correct. And then now you do the middle, which it's not going to be terrible, but it's still pretty hard because these plots in the middle are in the way. So you're going to go 2.5 boxes over. So there's half a box, 1 box, 1.5 box, 2 box, 2.5 boxes. And if you move that one over with the other one, it should work. Should work. Let's see if it does. It looks like it's correct. And it is correct. So then, yeah, once you get the second plot, that one was actually pretty difficult, but the third one wasn't as bad. Do the same thing over, 2.5 boxes over. Half box, 1 box, 1.5 box, 2 box, 2.5 box. And then gonna put our plot right here. And there's our 4th plot. We're gonna do one more. Yeah, our friend is glitching on top of our plots. That's fun. Alright, so then you just move it over a little bit. That'll work. Wonder if he poured it back on top of us or what. That's correct. And then you just want to check disco left and right. Is it correct? We don't want to have an actual physical plot in our hand while we're doing the disco check. Left and right is like a disco, like because they're like, you know, kind of circular and like an octagon kind of. Actually, are these hexagons? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I have to check. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they're octagons. Let me check one more time. 1. So this is the top one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're octagons. think I got that right. But they got a lot of sides anyways. But anyways, they're octagons. I don't think they're heptagons, which is a 7, but I think they're 8. But anyways, we want to see if they're disco. Okay. Alright, so now, is that plot going to work? Let's check. Now, is it correct? It looks like it's matching, yep. And then we have to get our next row. This row is one of the hardest ones. I think though, like, the further you go down, the more difficult it truly is. Because there's so many plots above it. Alright. That looks decent. Is that lined up? It is lined up. Is it touching? It is touching. Perfect. And then you need to grab one box. Like right here. Okay, you can't do that, so we'll have to do it like that. Moved it over half a box. Did that work? Yeah, it did. Alright, so we already moved it half a box, so now you're just going to move it 2 boxes over. So let's do this. One box. Let's see. 1 box, 1.5, 2. Because we already did half a box, so that should work. And that did work. So we're going to finish up this row of 5. Put these plots together, or these boxes together. Bing. Now I think you just move it over. One box, 1.5, 2. Is that 2.5? I think that's 2.5. We'll see. Should work. It is 2.5 over. The way you can tell is make sure they're touching on this side, touching on that side. That's correct. I should call it the box strategy for 69 plot. Then you just have to move this box to touch that one. It's pretty difficult, but not too bad. I think it's like that. So now you're kind of over here, so just start moving the plot this way. Make sure you got it in the line of this one. Way too close. Gotta be in the same line. I think that might be close. I don't know yet. Alright, we are way too close to this plot. So we did move it over slightly to the right. Needs to be moved over half a box more. There we go. Wait, we're moving it the wrong direction, I think. Yeah, we're moving it the wrong direction, so it needs to be an entire box to the right. There we go. And then we actually put it too far away from this plot, which is a pain in the ass, but it's just all these above plots are making it even harder than it has to be. It should be correct. Nope, it's still not correct, and these still need to be moved over half a box forward. Okay, it's fine. Stand from the box and make sure you don't move it left or right. You just want to get as close as possible. I don't know if we'll even move the box. We did not. It's kind of what I thought. So yeah, basically you only want to be doing 69 plots at one time because after a while you kind of get tired of moving these boxes around and dealing with the plots on top of each other. So I recommend doing the full 70 at one time just so you get them all done with. But don't do like 140 all at the same time. It's just a bit of work, you know. Alright, so there we go. So now we got the plots perfectly. That's the 4th one, and you have one more to go. This one's not as bad because, you know, we're at the edge of the garden at this point. So you just move it like, kind of like that might even work. It's a little too far out, but we're very, very close. Just half a box forward, and then we should be decent. There we go. As long as they're touching, we're good. They are touching. 2 rows of 5. Make sure it's a disco on all these. And then I think you see, I was looking at this for a second. I think you can actually, like, you could probably find another way, like, to even put maybe a plot, glitch it inside of all of these, but I haven't tested doing that. Like, it might be possible, but I haven't figured out how to exactly do that. You know, so glitch it in between the centers of each of the plots. Maybe the vegetable basket, but this is just what stuff you can easily buy from Mushu and Dragonspire, which is, you know, easy stuff. So there we go. Alright, so in the next row. Also, if in case I'm like, I sound really tired, like, I'm not making too much sense, I don't know, whatever, but like, it's midnight right now, so like, I'm just trying to get this video done, and like, get this plot done for you guys, and like, help you guys out, like, because I want to help you guys out. Anything you guys need in Wizard, like, I'll help you guys. If you guys need to know, like, certain gear, like, where to farm, if you guys want help farming stuff, or like, you know, stuff that I'll be wanting to farm too, like, I'll farm with you, or help you quest, that kind of stuff. But if you guys want helping quest, I kind of want to get paid at least in gold or crowns or something. I don't want to like just do it for free, but I'm willing to help like with pets and that other kind of stuff. Because questing, like, you can do your own questing, like, it's not that much of a struggle. You just ask for like friends to help you with that. But for like farming hardcore bosses, I can probably help you with that. Alright, so let's finish the one box on this, and then we'll have to do ground level. Yeah, our character's kind of glitching a lot over these plots. There we go. So we were just trying to get out of that problem. And start moving some of these boxes out of like the middle of our plot. Because you do not want them to get stuck with the plots underneath. At all. Alright, so for the last plot, make sure it's half a box over. Which looks like that. Actually, it's the wrong direction. It needs to be half a box inward. So it needs to actually be like, kind of like that, maybe. That actually looks decent. Because it's not supposed to be in line with this one and this one. It's supposed to be half a box inward. And is it touching? It is touching, and it's half a box inward, so that should be perfect. And then you put this box basically to touch this one. There you go. And then you don't really have much room to like even like figure out where your boxes are, but you just have to like go out as far as possible to even just find how to grab your box. So standing here actually kind of worked. So as long as you got in line, let's move it over until you think it's going to work. Just trying to make sure you got it lined up first. Okay, so it's lined up now. My hand's shaking a little bit. There we go. Might work. We'll have to see. Nope. Way too close. That might work. There. Let's see. Is it touching this one? The way you check is you go over here. Is it touching? Yes, it is on both sides. And then you can just grab another box. Line it up with this one. So they're on the same path. Just throw it over here. And then move it over a bit. Think that'll work. Hopefully. Okay, so that did not work. I knew I moved it a little too far. I thought it would work, but I was just like, I just wanted to double check. You always double check, make sure you don't put the plot too close together. Needs to be a little bit of an overlap. That's too close. There we go. I went too far away. That should be perfect, actually. Bing to bing. It is touching on this side. It is also touching on this side. This is just a simple row of 4, so it's not as hard to do. And then the last plot. And then you have to do just the ground. Which I don't know how hard it's going to be right now, but let's see if we can do it. That is too far to the left. It needs to be moved half a box to the right. Because that should be actually physically touching. That might work. Okay, too much. I had it actually lined up. Maybe that'll work. Looks like that's gonna work. Is it touching? It's touching on both sides. And then we've got the first 50, was it 54, I think it was, something like that, done. It was either 54 or 58, plot done. And then we can do the last 18 right now. So, for this, move all boxes out of the way. You might want to carry one box just to, like, for the plot, but just use the square table itself. I recommend for this. So, basically, pick it up, then redrop it down. Actually, no. You're not even going to use the table for this. You're just actually going to physically put the plot on the ground itself. And then you might want to use one box to just, you know, like, to help you, like, put them in a line together. Alright, so here we go. There's our box that we're going to use for a line. Start doing the couch potatoes, the plots. Alright, so the box needs to be moved over. It can't be in the way right now. It's kind of tricky to do these bottom ones. You have to make sure they're completely in line. Like, it's pretty tricky. It looks like it's kind of off. Does that look right? Kind of does. Have to just verify, you know, on all sides. It looks like it's correct. Oops, moved it. Okay then. Put it down right where it was. Oh jeez. Hope I did that right. I'll have to just check. If we do on ground level, it might be possible. Or maybe this second round, the first. Can't really, like, tell that easily. Think it's in line, but not positive. The first three are easier to tell.
Open